Yes, hello everyone, and you welcome to my YouTube channel. If this is the first time, now scrap that. This is actually my first video. Erasmus journey is beginning very soon, and I believe I have some information when it comes to Erasmus Mundus Scholarships that I could share with you. Yes, my name is Abraham, and I'm an Erasmus Mundus alumni. I graduated is it this year? Yeah, I graduated this year, 2023, with a master's degree in advanced development in social work. And since Erasmus season is here, application will be open from November. Yeah, October, November, and then the deadlines are actually in January. I believe I have some information that I could share with you that could help you secure your Erasmus Mundus scholarships. So stay and definitely do what to hit on the subscription button, as I have some information to give you when it comes to Erasmus Mundus scholarship applications. And then as we move on, maybe I could talk about other scholarships also that you could secure for your study abroad dreams. Okay, moving on. Erasmus season is here, like I said earlier on, and you could start getting your documentations ready to apply for Erasmus Mundus scholarships. The thing with the Erasmus Mundus scholarships is that they are fully funded opportunities, so you get to study in different countries for literally free, because every month you get a stipend, you get travel allowance as well. And in my case, I had the opportunity to study in 5 different countries, but with most Erasmus programs, the minimum countries you visit or you study in are 3 countries, but I had the privilege of studying in 5 countries. Yes, it's very exciting, but also very draining as well. We could get into the details as and when we look at the different courses that that you could apply to. But as the Erasmus season is here, the first thing that I want to share with you is how you can secure your recommendations before you leave the university. That's one thing I was not able to do whilst I was in the university, and it became a very big problem for me when I decided to further my education or study abroad. It became a very Herculean task for me, and but for the grace of God, I wouldn't have been able to be on this Erasmus scholarship just because of recommendations. So I want to share with you how you can secure your recommendations before you leave the university. First thing you could do is to be a course rep. Yes, be a course rep. So being a course rep means that you have different courses you study. So maybe in my case, maybe you have school social work. So for school social work, you need a course rep, someone who will serve as a liaison between you and the TA and as well as the lecturer. So once you are that course rep, you get to form some kind of bond with the lecturer, some kind of bond or relationship with the teaching assistants. Once you have that bond or relationship with the teaching assistant or the lecturer, you should let them be aware that once you are done with school, you'll be seeking to further your education or applying to graduate school. How can you make them aware of that? Constant emails and communication. So like after every lecture session, you can give them feedback on how your colleagues are feeling about the lecture and how important it was, because you are laying down foundations, you are forming bonds, so you need to give them feedback. Even to the TA, you can also speak to the TA about it, send the lecturer emails, like maybe once a month or once every 2 weeks. Like, we hardly do that in the Ghanaian space, but that's something that's really, really important. Like, being in constant session with the lecturer is very, very important. So once you are the course rep and you get to form that bond or relationship with the lecturer, like giving them updates about the class, and then once in a while you chip in that this will really help you once you apply for graduate school, because you are thinking of furthering your education once you are done with your undergraduate. And I believe once you are that course rep and you are able to form that bond with the TA and as well as the lecturer, you could secure your recommendations. Because here's the case whereby most of the TAs also, after becoming teaching assistants, they further their education and then become lecturers. So who knows, when you're applying to graduate school, that TA has also that TA is now a lecturer, and he or she could help you out with a recommendation. So that's like basically the first way you could secure your recommendation. Another way you could secure a recommendation if you didn't get the chance to be a course rep is by sending random emails to your lecturers, especially in Ghana, because in the Ghanaian context, getting recommendations is really, really, really difficult. So one thing you can do whilst you are still in school is send random emails to your lecturers. Once you send these random emails, like psychologically or inadvertently, your lecturers would know you, because they know that once in a while, they know this email sends them something positive about their lecturers, some feedback about their lecturers and how they are faring in class. Like you send them, oh, I enjoyed this lecture. Not every day, like you don't bombard them with emails. Maybe once every month, or maybe you have like a lecture that like has had like a really good impact on you, and then you think that you have some information to share with the lecturer, or you have done some further reading and then you just ask them for clarification. But all this is to build bonds. It's to build bonds. So you send them these emails, build the bond with them. So, and then once in a while you chip in that you would like to further explore this topic or further explore this subject area once you're in graduate school. And you can even ask them before the time is due that would they be willing to give you a recommendation when the time is due. And because you've been randomly sending them emails, they would know that yes, this is a serious student, so I can highly recommend this to them because I know the abilities and then the capabilities of this student. And that's one beautiful thing that you can do to secure your recommendations before you leave the university. See, I wish I had done that, because like getting a recommendation for my course, it was crazy. But for the grace of God, Charlie, I wouldn't have been able to even study abroad. And then the last thing I want to share with you before I leave for today, because I don't want to bombard you with so much information. The last thing you can do is that you apply to become a teaching assistant. So once you're in your final year, most departments post positions on teaching assistantships where you become a TA during your national service. That's one thing that I wish I did, because most of my friends who became teaching assistants like in a year or two after national service, they left their country to do their master's degree. Most of them are now holding their PhD positions, and then in the US, in Canada, and in Australia, they are doing very well and good for themselves. So if you believe that you want to study abroad and pursue further education, like doing your master's, doing your PhD, then I would advise you to apply for that TA position. Once you apply for that TA position, definitely you are in constant contact with your lecturer, and then your lecturer would know, and then you have various intellectual discussions with them, and then talk to them about your future academic plans, because they know that once you are a TA, that means you have plans of furthering your education in that field. So whatever course you are studying, becoming a TA is really, really important if you want to secure recommendations with no fuss. Not like with the other students that we sit at the back of the class and we think that, yeah, we are fine, we are getting our grades. When it comes to recommendations, I'm just going to send my, my CV and my transcript to the lecturer, and they will know that I did well in their course, and then they are going to give me a recommendation. No, bro, sis, it doesn't work like that. So once you're a TA, you're able to secure the recommendation from that side as well. So I've taught you 3 ways that you can basically secure your recommendations. And usually when you're applying for grad school, you need a maximum of 2 recommenders, and that's like the easiest way you can get your recommendations. I've showed you how you can secure 3 recommendations without any fuss, and I believe this is the first way of getting your things in place and getting your documents in place for applying for your Erasmus Mundus scholarships or maybe any other scholarship, getting good recommendations. So definitely stick and stay on this channel, hit on your subscription button, post notifications. I'm here to give you all the information you need on how to apply for your Erasmus Mundus journey. In my subsequent videos, I'm going to show you how to apply for these scholarships. I'm going to put the links that you can apply for the Erasmus Mundus scholarships, how you can shape your CV, your letter of motivation, and then the rest. And the like of other documents as well. So my name is Abraham, and then thank you. Stay blessed, and I'm going to catch you on the flip side.